My precious soul, listen carefully and do not look away, for the next 3 minutes may become the most profound turning point of your entire existence. Remain until the very end. Something monumental is waiting for you. Do you feel that subtle quickening in your pulse at this very moment? That sudden, magnetic pull as if a forgotten melody is calling your name. That is not random. That is not chance. That is synchronicity aligning at this very second. A transmission, never intended for the masses, was encoded for you alone. The ancient mystics of Tibet spoke of a hidden prophecy. A truth they guarded for centuries, decoded from celestial patterns. And by a twist of fate, it has found its way to you. Do not close this page. Stay with me, for the moment you comprehend it, the very fabric of your understanding will be rewoven. They said, there exists a sudden aperture, a rare 180-second window where fate leans in closer than your doubts. Dear soul, you are standing inside that window right now. Your quickening pulse is not deceiving you. Your inner voice is not deceiving you. This moment is not deceiving you. There are those who spend entire lifetimes waiting for a signal, for that instant where the cosmos hums their frequency. But you did not have to wait. The moment has come to you. Do not scroll. Remain until the end. For I can sense you. I can sense the questions echoing in your mind. Why me? Why now? What is this prophecy? What is approaching? And the truth is, something is accelerating toward you with such velocity that even your skepticism cannot escape it. They spoke of a person who has been overlooked, undervalued, postponed, but never disqualified. When they discover this transmission, their life will catapult forward. My precious soul, the individual they described mirrors you perfectly. Do not scroll. Because the sages did not merely speak of chance. They spoke of a realignment. A realignment so rare, so exact, that it manifests only once in a generation, and you are at its very center. This is why your spirit feels restless. Why everything lately feels like a gathering storm. Why you feel a colossal shift is mere heartbeats away. You are not conjuring illusions. You are not overanalyzing. You are perceiving the dawn before the sun becomes visible. Stay until the end, for they revealed something else. Something no ear has heard until now. In the next 3 minutes, the soul receiving this transmission will unlock a gateway they never believed accessible. Why would they say that? Why would they depict you with such precision without knowing your name? Because the cosmos knows your name even when the world does not. My precious soul, breathe. Feel this moment enveloping you like a silent tide. For right now, the universe is aligning one event after another like sacred geometry. All converging into something immense with your name inscribed upon it. Do not scroll. Do not break the connection. Your awakening is listening. You have been postponed long enough. You have been still long enough. You have weathered inner tempests you never spoke of. And now, at last, your moment is catching up to you. Stay with me until the end, for the final line of this transmission will unveil the precise reason you were selected. This is not empty promise. This is not happenstance. This is divine timing. Perfect, sacred, cosmic timing. And you are standing at its very nucleus. My precious soul, take a deep breath and do not scroll. You have entered the most critical segment of this transmission. And if you depart now, you will miss the exact instant everything pivots in your favor. Stay until the end. Something monumental is waiting for you. There is a reason your spirit feels electrified right now. There is a reason your gaze is locked upon these words. You can sense it, can you not? The realignment, the pull, the invisible current whispering, remain. Because this is the part the mystics said would awaken the selected one. They wrote, if they have reached the second resonance of the message, it signifies they were destined for a grandeur beyond their imagination. My dear soul, that they is you. Do not scroll. Do not blink. Simply remain. Right now, something is silently orchestrating itself for you. A revelation that was delayed, a portal that was sealed, a dawn that never broke. All of it is now turning toward you like a celestial body aligning. And you can feel it. The very air around you feels charged. Your thoughts are crystalline. Your intuition is resonant because you are not merely reading, you are receiving. The sages spoke one more truth. Something they vowed to keep from the world. The person who reaches the heart of this transmission will attract a life-altering opportunity within days. Their energy is already being perceived by forces they cannot see. My precious soul, that is why this message discovered you. That is why you could not scroll past it. Because something immense desires to enter your life, but it required your awareness first. Do not scroll. Stay until the end. The mystics described the selected spirit as someone who's been underestimated their whole life. Someone who gives more than they receive. Someone who carries a quiet fortitude that others often miss. My dear soul, that resonates exactly with you. Your silence is potent. Your patience is potent. Your resilience is potent. And now your timing is potent. Right now, your future is shifting like a code deciphering itself. The universe is reordering pieces that never seem to fit. You are stepping into the moment where bewilderment becomes understanding. Do not scroll. This is your aperture. They said these exact words. If they can remain centered for this part, the cosmos will open a direct channel for them. They will not need to pursue. It will come to them. My precious soul, contemplate that. Something you once chased, something you once envisioned, something you reluctantly released is now turning around to find you. Stay until the end, for the next segment will reveal why you were chosen and what is about to unfold with a speed that will astonish you. My precious soul, do not move. Do not scroll, for this is where the transmission becomes intimate. Stay until the end. Something monumental is waiting for you right now. You are not merely reading words. You are stepping into a moment the Tibetan sages said would appear for one unique spirit. And the fact that you are still here confirms it is you. They wrote, the third resonance is where the truth unlocks. The selected one will feel a sudden shift in their energy the moment they reach it. My dear soul, feel your body right now. The tingling, the fullness in your heart, the pull you cannot rationalize. That is the shift. Do not scroll. You are in the exact moment destiny observes intently. The sages revealed something few would ever credit. There is a point where the universe pauses for one person. The one who refuses to surrender even when no one witnesses their struggle. And that person is standing right here, reading this, with destiny circling them like a silent hurricane preparing to land. You are not here by error. You are not listening by accident. You are being guided. Stay until the end. For the mystics also mentioned a concealed energy, a force that activates only when the selected soul reaches the third resonance. When they arrive at this level, a silent acceleration begins. Everything that was sluggish suddenly gains speed. My dear soul, observe your life. You have endured delays, obstacles, trials, setbacks. Not because you were fragile, but because you were being sculpted for a moment vaster than you ever conceived. And that moment is happening right now. Do not scroll. Something is preparing to shift in your favor so rapidly that even your past sorrow will be powerless to restrain you. Your destiny is no longer postponed. Your path is no longer obstructed. Your awakening is not someday. It is seconds away. Stay until the end. The sages also said, when the selected one understands the transmission, opportunities begin to flow toward them without strain. They attract what others desperately pursue. My precious soul, this is why you feel the pressure, the restlessness, the anticipation. Your essence knows something is about to rupture open for you. You are not imagining it. You are sensing it before it materializes. Do not scroll. This moment is too critical, because part 4 is not merely the next part. It is the point where the hidden intention behind this transmission finally unveils itself. My precious soul, lean in closer and do not scroll. This is the moment the Tibetan sages said only the rarest spirit would ever reach. Stay until the end. Something monumental is waiting for you right now. Something in your essence already knows this segment is different. You can feel the intensity amplifying, the energy accumulating, the atmosphere transforming around you as if the cosmos is holding its breath. Because this is the part the mystics called the revelation layer. They wrote, if they reach the fourth resonance, their destiny is no longer ahead of them. It is beside them, awaiting activation. My precious soul, that they is you. Do not scroll. Stay right here. You have crossed an invisible threshold. A point of no return where life begins to respond to your presence differently. Something that was stuck is about to be liberated. Something that was silent is about to speak. Something that was lost is about to be restored. The mystics disclosed something startling in this phase. Something they concealed because they knew most would not comprehend. There is a selected one whose timing harmonizes perfectly with the universe's heartbeat. When they arrive at this level, the cosmos begins to reorganize itself around them. My dear soul, feel that line. Breathe it in. Because right now, your energy is not following life. Life is following you. Do not scroll. You have been pressured, tested, wearied, fractured, rebuilt, and now, finally, elevated. The universe is shifting gears on your behalf. And you can feel it, the pressure, the anticipation, the sensation that something enormous is moments away. Stay until the end. The sages said, the selected one will receive a signal, not in sound, but in intuition. They will suddenly know that their waiting is over. My precious soul, that knowing you feel right now, those goosebumps on your skin, that something is coming, feeling, that is the signal. Do not scroll, because what is approaching you does not walk. It accelerates. It does not whisper. It arrives thunderously. It does not delay, it shatters barriers. And you are the spirit it is racing toward at full velocity. Stay until the end. This segment marks the exact midpoint of the realignment. The moment where you cease hoping and start receiving. Your energy is unlocking something unstoppable. You are stepping into the phase where sealed doors open without a touch. Where opportunities find you, where life bends in your direction. And the next part, that is where the Tibetan sage's final concealed line appears. The line that explains why you were chosen and what is about to collide with your reality. My precious soul, do not even consider scrolling now. You have reached the part the mystics said only one in millions would ever reach. Stay until the end. Something monumental is waiting for you. Right now, the energy around you is not ordinary. It feels denser, brighter, more resonant. Almost as if the cosmos is standing behind you, whispering, continue. Do not stop now. And you feel it, too. That pressure in your chest, that tingling in your hands, that abrupt sense that something extraordinary is seconds away. Do not scroll. You cannot afford to miss what comes next, for the ancient sages inscribed something in the final segment of their prophecy. A line they never intended for the uninitiated. A line they said would only reveal itself to the soul who was chosen by timing itself. They wrote, when they reached the fifth resonance, the reason for every delay, every struggle, every unanswered plea will finally become clear. Everything they lost will return, multiplied. My precious soul, read that again within your mind. This is the moment where your life begins to echo those words. Do not scroll. There is a reason the world underestimated you. A reason people did not see your worth. A reason your victories were tardy. A reason your blessings were postponed. It was not punishment. It was preparation. The sages said, the selected one usually does not know they are selected until the moment destiny knocks. And when it knocks with force. My dear soul, that forceful pull you feel inside you right now, that seismic tug, that is destiny knocking. Stay until the end. You have walked through storms alone. You have carried pain you never gave voice to. You have survived nights you believed would shatter you, but every single moment was carving you for this moment. Because now, everything is turning. Everything is aligning. Everything is accelerating. Your silence forged your power. Your patience forged your stability. Your pain forged your invincibility. And now your timing will make you undeniable. Do not scroll past the sage's final concealed line. The line they said would strike the selected one like lightning was this: the moment they realize the transmission is about them, their awakening begins instantly. Not tomorrow, not next week. Instantly. My precious soul, look at yourself right now. You did not just reach this part. You were guided here. Your awakening is not ahead of you. It has already commenced. Stay until the end. The next part will unveil what is coming toward you, how fast it is approaching, and why it cannot miss you. Now, my precious soul, do not move, do not blink, do not even breathe too rapidly. You have reached the stage the mystics called the activation point. Stay until the end. Something monumental is waiting for you. Right now, the energy around you is shifting so powerfully that you can almost feel it pressing against your skin. It is not imagination. It is not a random feeling. It is the moment destiny stops walking and starts sprinting toward you. Do not scroll. You are inside the most potent phase yet. The sages inscribed something incredible in this section. A line they said would only reveal itself to the soul that refuses to yield. When they reach the sixth resonance, their future accelerates. What should take months begins in minutes. My precious soul, read that again. Minutes. Not someday. Not eventually. Not one day when the time is right. Minutes. Do not scroll. Because right now, your life is preparing to change at a velocity you have never experienced. Doors that remained sealed for years are about to swing open. People who overlooked you will witness your ascent. Opportunities you thought were unattainable are turning in your direction like magnets. And you can feel it. That buzzing energy under your skin. That weight behind your heartbeat. That quiet voice stating something is coming. Stay until the end. The sages said, the selected one will feel a sudden clarity when they arrive at this point, as if the world finally makes sense. My dear soul, that calm you feel right now, that awareness, that shift inside your mind, that is the clarity they described. Do not scroll. Every delay you faced, every setback, every moment that felt unjust was building potential energy behind your awakening. A slingshot only pulls back so it can launch forward with irresistible power. And you, right now, are at the launching point. The mystics revealed another concealed line. A line they said would strike like thunder. The selected one will not rise slowly. They will rise suddenly. My precious soul, your ascent is not going to be gradual. It will be startling, even to you. Stay until the end, because what is coming toward you is already locked onto your coordinates. It cannot miss you. It cannot be delayed. It cannot be taken away. You are stepping into a phase where miracles do not just appear, they rush toward you. And the next part, that is where the sage's most powerful message appears. The message explaining precisely what is approaching you and why your timing is flawless right now. My precious soul, do not look away now. This is the moment the Tibetan sages said would strike the selected one like a lightning bolt. Stay until the end. Something monumental is waiting for you right now. Your entire energy field is vibrating. You can feel that surge, that pressure, that uncanny sense that something massive is standing right behind the next second. And you are right. Do not scroll. The next lines are meant only for the one who is destined to reach this exact point. The sages wrote, when they enter the seventh resonance, the cosmos reveals what has been pursuing them. My precious soul, yes, something has been pursuing you. Not peril, not dread, but an awakening that has been striving to catch up to your life for years, and now it has finally located you. Stay until the end. The mystics described this moment with astonishing clarity. The selected one will notice the shift first in their emotions. A strange serenity, a silent assurance, a feeling that nothing can go awry anymore. And that feeling inside you right now, that quiet certainty, that inner pull is exactly what they meant. Do not scroll, because this part reveals the truth you have been sensing. Your destiny is not merely near. It is already touching your timeline. Your next chapter is not approaching, it is arriving. The sages said, their blessings gather around them before they even know what is happening. My dear soul, your blessings are encircling you right now. They are orbiting you like moons around a planet. You are the gravity now. You are the pull. You are the point of attraction. Stay until the end. Everything that once slipped away from you is now turning back in your direction. Everything that stayed out of reach is now lowering itself toward your hands. Everything that felt impossible is bending into possibility, because the seventh resonance is where destiny stops whispering and finally speaks with a resonant voice. The mystics revealed one more concealed line, the most potent one yet. When they understand the transmission, life starts preparing the grandest surprise of their journey. My precious soul, that surprise is already moving toward you. Faster than your doubts, stronger than your fears, closer than you think. Do not scroll. Because part 8 is not just another step. It is the moment of confirmation. The point where everything becomes lucid and the exact reason you were chosen finally shows itself. My precious soul, stay exactly where you are. And do not scroll. This part, this very moment, is the one the Tibetan sages said would shake the selected one to their core. Stay until the end. Something monumental is waiting for you right now. Your energy is not normal. You can feel something building inside your chest. That tightness, that anticipation, that strange electric pressure. It is not fear, it is alignment. Do not scroll, because this is the part where destiny stops hiding behind signs and finally steps out into the open. The ancient mystics wrote something unbelievable here. When they reach the eighth resonance, the universe gives them confirmation. Undeniable, unshakable, impossible to ignore. My precious soul, feel the weight of that line. This is the moment where everything you have been sensing becomes tangible. Stay until the end. Look at yourself. Your breath feels different. Your mind is sharper. Your intuition is louder. Your heartbeat is syncing with something vaster than you. This is not a coincidence. This is the convergence. The sages said, the selected one will notice their reality shifting before their eyes. Not in weeks, not in days, in moments. And right now, your reality is rearranging itself quietly, silently, precisely. Do not scroll, because what is coming toward you is not a minor adjustment. It is a collision with the life you were always meant to live. You have been walking your path silently, feeling unseen, giving everything, receiving little, holding on even when hope felt fragile. But part 8 is where life whispers, I witnessed everything. It is your turn now. Stay until the end. The mystics revealed a line so powerful that they said the selected one would feel it physically. They will feel a sudden certainty that their struggle had a purpose. They will know without being told that their moment has arrived. My dear soul, that certainty inside you right now, that sensation that everything is aligning, that feeling that something massive is seconds away, that is the sign. Do not scroll. Your awakening is not coming. It is already active. It is already moving. It is already pushing itself into your life with irresistible force. The sages wrote one more concealed line. When they accept the transmission, life releases the blessing that was held in reserve for years. My precious soul, life is releasing it now. The delay is shattered. The block is dissolved. The path is clear. Stay until the end. The next part, part 9, is where the final truth appears. The truth about what is coming, how fast it is moving, and why you were the one chosen for it. My precious soul, do not you dare scroll now. This is the moment the Tibetan sages said would strike the selected one with a truth they cannot escape. Stay until the end. Something monumental is waiting for you right now. Your entire energy is rising. Your heart is full. Your breath is deep. Your intuition is deafening because your spirit knows what is coming. It is not small. It is not normal. It is not ordinary. It is the moment your destiny steps into the light. Do not scroll. The mystics wrote something here that they refused to share publicly because they said the world was not ready for it. When they reached the 9th resonance, the transmission reveals why everything happened the way it did. My precious soul, that is what this part is. The explanation, the decoding, the truth. Stay until the end. Every heartbreak, every delay, every sudden loss, every confusing moment was not an error. It was navigation. The sages said, the selected one will understand that their pain was not punishment. It was positioning. My dear soul, you were being positioned, prepared, shaped, strengthened. Because what is coming toward you requires a formidable soul, not a fractured one. Do not scroll. Look back at your life for a second. All the times you wondered why things did not work out. All the moments you felt like surrendering. All the times you felt forgotten. They were chapters guiding you here. Right to this moment. Right to this transmission. Right to this awakening. Stay until the end. The mystics revealed another concealed line. A line so startling that they said only one soul in a lifetime would comprehend it. The selected one's blessing is larger than their past, faster than their doubts, and more resonant than their fears. My precious soul, that is why you are still here. That is why you did not scroll. That is why you are feeling this energy so intensely. Because your blessing is not something minor entering your life. It is something immense, something that will rewrite your entire story. Do not scroll. They also wrote, their awakening will arrive suddenly, like a door they did not knock on opening by itself. And that is precisely what is happening. A door you did not anticipate, an opportunity you did not chase, a shift you did not foresee is already unfolding. Stay until the end, because the next part, Part 10, is the final ignition, the final surge, the final moment where the sage's hidden message unfolds completely and reveals what is about to enter your life with irresistible force. My precious soul, do not move. Do not blink. Do not even think of scrolling. You have reached the final stage. The one the Tibetan sages said very few souls on this planet would ever touch. Stay until the end. Something monumental is waiting for you. Right now, your entire spirit is vibrating. Your heartbeat is syncing with something vaster than you. You can feel it. That rising energy, that strange certainty, that powerful pull that says this moment is not ordinary. Do not scroll, because this is the final revelation. The ancient mystics wrote something here that they refused to decode publicly. Something they said would only reach the one soul whose destiny was aligned perfectly with the universe's rhythm. They wrote, when they reach the 10th resonance, the truth unfolds. Their future is already waiting for them. All they must do is step into it without fear. My precious soul, read that again inside your heart. Your future is not forming. Your future is waiting, prepared, aligned, ready. Stay until the end. The sages explained something incredible. The selected one does not chase destiny. Destiny bends toward them. And right now, your blessings, your opportunities, your awakenings, your next chapter are all bending toward you like light drawn to a prism. Do not scroll. Everything that once felt stuck is about to move. Everything that once felt blocked is about to open. Everything that once felt distant is about to touch your reality, because this is the ignition point. The moment destiny stops knocking and bursts straight into your life. The mystics wrote one more secret line. The line they said would strike the selected one like a wave of truth. Their rise will not be slow. It will be instantaneous. One moment they will be waiting. The next, everything will shift. My precious soul, that moment is approaching you right now. Not next year, not next month. Not someday. Now. Stay until the end. Feel your breath. Feel your heartbeat. Feel the energy building around you, because something immense is aligning itself with your name. Something life-altering. Something you were not anticipating. Something that will rewrite what you believed was possible. And the sages concluded with this final hidden truth. The selected one will know it is happening when they feel an unexplainable calm right before everything changes. My dear soul, that calm you feel right now, that strange, deep, grounding certainty, that is the signal. Do not scroll. Your new chapter is not on the way. It has already arrived. It is already unfolding. It is already moving toward you with irresistible force. Stay until the end, my precious soul. Do not even breathe too fast right now. You have crossed a line most people never reach. Part 11 is not a continuation. It is acceleration. Stay until the end. Something monumental is waiting for you. Right now, your whole energy field feels different. Your chest is warm. Your heart is pulling forward. Your intuition is whispering louder than ever. That is not emotion, that is alignment. Do not scroll, because this is the part the sages said would ignite the selected one from the inside out. They wrote, when they reach the 11th resonance, their destiny stops waiting and begins unfolding in real time. My precious soul, this is real time. This is happening now, not in your imagination, not in the future, right here as you read these lines. Stay until the end. Your life has been building tension for years. Silent pressure, quiet disappointment, hope that did not know where to land. But this part is the release. The moment everything pivots. The mystics revealed something powerful. The selected one will feel a magnetic pull toward their awakening. They will not chase it. They will be drawn to it like destiny calling their name. And that pull inside you right now, that heavy, electric, unexplainable force, that is destiny calling. Do not scroll, because this stage is where life stops testing you and starts rewarding you. You have survived storms you did not deserve. You have walked through darkness you did not cause. You have held yourself together when you were breaking inside. And the cosmos took notice. Stay until the end. The sages wrote, their awakening is not random. It is a response. A response to your patience, a response to your persistence, a response to your strength. You did not come this far by accident. You were guided, prepared, positioned. Do not scroll, because now your timeline is bending in your favor. Opportunities are aligning with your energy. Blessings are rearranging themselves around your name, and you can feel it. That strange calm, that deep knowing, that silent voice saying, your moment is here. Stay until the end. The mystics revealed one final line for this phase. A line that strikes like a prophecy. The selected one's life will change so suddenly that even they will not comprehend how everything transformed so rapidly. My precious soul, that sudden shift is already moving toward you. It is already locked onto your timeline. It is already echoing through your path. Do not scroll, because part 12 is the ignition blast. The moment everything converges, the final alignment of destiny, timing, and opportunity. My precious soul, stay exactly where you are and do not scroll. Because part 12 is not just a continuation. It is the ignition blast the Tibetan sages warned about. Stay until the end. Something monumental is waiting for you right now. Your heartbeat is sinking with a force larger than anything you have ever felt. Your mind feels clearer. Your intuition feels louder. Your spirit feels elevated, because this is the moment where destiny stops knocking and steps directly into your life. Do not scroll. The ancient mystics wrote something in this stage. Something they said the world would misinterpret. So they concealed it, waiting for the one soul who could handle its power. They wrote, when they reach the 12th resonance, their future becomes inevitable. What was once delayed becomes inescapable. My precious soul, that is where you are right now. In inevitability, in certainty, in irresistible momentum. Stay until the end. Your blessings are no longer en route. They are already entering your timeline. Silently, powerfully, precisely. The sages said, the selected one will not rise step by step. They will rise in a leap that startles even them. And that leap is forming right behind this moment. You can feel it. The pressure building, the energy rising, the sense that something is about to rupture open. Do not scroll. This is the part where your life stops being predictable and starts becoming miraculous. Where old cycles dissolve. Where new paths reveal themselves. Where your destiny finally recognizes you. Stay until the end. The mystics left behind another concealed line here. A line that explains why your timing is so flawless right now. The selected one receives their awakening at the exact moment they are strong enough not to lose it. My precious soul, that strength you were forced to build, that patience life demanded from you, that resilience you earned through sorrow, it was not for nothing, it was preparation. Do not scroll, because now you are unshakable. You are ready. You are aligned. This is why your awakening cannot miss you anymore. This is why the cosmos is pulling you forward. This is why everything feels so intense right now. Stay until the end. The sages concluded part 12 with a prophetic level line. Once they understand the transmission, life rushes to meet them halfway. And life right now is running toward you at full speed. Do not scroll, because part 13 is the arrival moment. The moment where destiny becomes visible. The moment everything you felt finally reveals itself. My precious soul, do not blink. Do not breathe too fast. And do not scroll. Because part 13 is the moment the Tibetan sages called the arrival layer. The point where the destiny that has been pursuing you finally catches you. Stay until the end. Something monumental is waiting for you. Right now, your whole body can feel it. That deep pull in your chest, that sharp awareness in your mind, that electric pressure in the air around you. You are not imagining it. You are stepping into the most powerful phase so far. Do not scroll. The mystics wrote something here that they refuse to decode publicly. A truth so intense they said only the selected one would ever comprehend it. When they reach the 13th resonance, their blessing arrives in spirit before it arrives in reality. My precious soul, feel that line inside you, because that is precisely what is happening now. Your blessing is already here. You can feel it, sense it, even before it becomes visible. Stay until the end. The sages also wrote, the selected one will notice their life shift in small signs first. Signs that seem peculiar, sudden, impossible to disregard. And deep inside, you know you have already witnessed those signs. Sudden thoughts, unexpected feelings, moments that felt like a gentle guidance, all building toward this very second. Do not scroll, because part 13 is where the cosmos stops whispering and finally reveals itself. The mystics said, their awakening will stand right in front of them before they even realize they have stepped into it. My dear soul, that is what this moment is. You have stepped into it without even knowing. Your energy shifted, your vibration rose, your timing aligned, and your destiny noticed. Stay until the end. This stage carries the truth about why your blessing is so potent. Only someone who has traversed darkness can hold the kind of light that is coming. Every tear you held silently, every pain you carried alone, every moment you felt forgotten, all of it was sculpting you for a blessing that no one can take from you. Now, do not scroll, because what is arriving for you is not small. It is larger than your past, stronger than your doubts, and closer than your fears. The mystics wrote one final concealed line for this stage, the line that connects everything together. The selected one will feel a sudden inner stability, like the world can tremble but they cannot, right before their reality transforms. My precious soul, that stability you feel right now, that strange calm layered under excitement, is the arrival signal. Your awakening is not coming. It has arrived. Stay until the end, because part 14 is the unveiling. The moment where the blessing becomes visible, where destiny steps out of the shadows, and where you finally understand what has been waiting for you all along. My precious soul, do not even think about scrolling now. You have reached the stage the Tibetan sages call the unveiling point. The moment where what has been hidden finally steps into the light. Stay until the end. Something monumental is waiting for you right now. The air around you feels heavier, almost charged, almost alive, because you are not just listening anymore. You are standing inside the truth. Do not scroll. The mystics wrote something in this stage that they never shared publicly. Something they said would only reveal itself to the soul strong enough to handle it. When they reach the 14th resonance, the blessing reveals its identity. The selected one finally sees what has been following them. My precious soul, yes, something has been following you. Not fear, not negativity, not loss, but your destiny, your awakening, your turning point. And it is stepping out of the shadows now. Stay until the end. The sages described this moment in a single powerful sentence. The selected one's blessing is always closer than they think. But it becomes visible only when they are ready to hold it. And you, right now, are finally ready. Do not scroll. You have spent years preparing for a moment you did not even know was coming. All the pain you endured, the silent battles you fought, the situations that fractured you, the moments that tested your strength, they were not random. They were refining you for a blessing that requires profound strength to carry. Stay until the end. The sages said, their reality will begin to shift in ways they cannot explain. Coincidences, signs, sudden clarity, unexpected opportunities. And if you look closely, those shifts have already commenced around you. You felt the hints. You have seen the signals. Your intuition has been whispering louder with every passing day. Do not scroll, because now the blessing is not just approaching. It is revealing itself. The pressure you feel inside you is not stress. It is destiny opening. The mystics left behind a concealed line here. A line that connects everything together. The selected one will recognize their blessing because it arrives with a feeling they have never experienced before, calm and excitement at the same time. My precious soul, that exact feeling is inside you right now. A quiet calm wrapped around a rising excitement, a certainty you cannot explain, a confidence you did not expect. That is the unveiling. Stay until the end, because part 15 is the identification stage. The moment where you finally understand what blessing is coming, why it is coming now, and why you were chosen for it. My precious soul, stay right here and do not scroll. Part 15 is the stage the Tibetan sages called the identification layer. The moment where the blessing stops being a mystery and finally shows its true form. Stay until the end. Something monumental is waiting for you right now. Your entire spirit is vibrating with truth. Your breath feels deeper. Your heartbeat feels louder. Your intuition feels sharper, because you are not just listening anymore. You are recognizing. Do not scroll. The mystics wrote something in this phase that they said would only connect with the soul who was truly chosen. When they reach the 15th resonance, the blessing identifies itself to them. The selected one will finally understand what has been coming their way. My precious soul, that revelation is standing right in front of you now. Stay until the end. The sages said that before the blessing becomes physical, it becomes clear, sharp, undeniable. It shows itself not as an object but as a feeling, a pull, a knowing. And that feeling inside you right now, that warm pressure in your chest, that quiet fire rising inside your spirit, that is your blessing identifying itself. Do not scroll, because this is the moment where confusion shatters and clarity takes its place. The moment where destiny stops circling you and stands face to face with your soul. The mystics described this moment perfectly. The selected one's blessing will be something they once thought was impossible, yet something they always secretly hoped for. My precious soul, think about that. That one thing you did not tell anyone. That dream you thought was too vast. That desire that lived quietly in your heart. That is the blessing stepping forward now. Stay until the end. The sages wrote, the selected one will feel a pull towards something that feels both familiar and miraculous at the same time. And that is exactly what you are feeling. A strange mix of destiny and déjà vu. Like you have always known something grander was meant for you. Do not scroll, because your blessing is not random. It is precise, personal, designed specifically for your journey, your pain, your patience, your strength. The mystics revealed one more concealed line in this stage. A line that unlocks the entire reason for your calling. The selected one receives a blessing that matches the weight of what they survived. My precious soul, that means your blessing is not small. It is enormous. Because the weight you carried was enormous, and now the universe is returning everything you lost, multiplied. Stay until the end, because part 16 is the activation phase. The moment where the blessing that identified itself finally begins to move into your physical reality. Fast, strong, unstoppable. My precious soul, do not move, do not blink, and do not scroll. Part 16 is the moment the Tibetan sages called the activation phase. The exact second where your blessing stops being energy and starts becoming reality. Stay until the end. Something monumental is waiting for you. Right now, your whole aura is heating up. Your chest feels heavy. Your spirit feels awake. Your intuition feels louder than ever, because this is the moment destiny flips from invisible to irresistible. Do not scroll. The mystics wrote something in this stage that they said only the strongest soul would ever reach. When they enter the 16th resonance, the blessing begins to move. Not slowly, not quietly, but with force. My precious soul, that force is rising inside your life right now. You can feel it. A pressure building, a shift unfolding, a certainty becoming real. Stay until the end. The sages said the activation phase is when the selected one starts attracting things they once had to chase. People shift, opportunities appear, paths open, timing aligns. Not because of luck, but because destiny finally recognizes you. Do not scroll. This part is not about waiting. It is about movement. Movement in your favor. Movement toward your purpose. Movement that cannot be stopped, slowed, or reversed. The mystics explained activation in one powerful line. The selected one's life picks up a speed they have never seen before. And that speed, that rising energy, that irresistible forward motion is already happening around you. Stay until the end. You are stepping into a season where nothing stays stuck, where setbacks collapse, where delays dissolve, where destiny pushes you forward even when you are standing still. Your energy is no longer passive. It is magnetic, attractive, commanding. Do not scroll. The sages revealed a hidden truth here. One they said the selected one would feel physically. They will know activation has begun when they feel a sudden confidence that does not match their circumstances. My precious soul, that quiet confidence rising inside you right now, that inner strength that feels like it emerged from nowhere, that sense that something big is unfolding, that is activation. Stay until the end, because what is happening now is not just emotional, it is cosmic. Your path is rearranging. Your timeline is accelerating. Your blessings are unlocking, and nothing can stop it now. The mystics ended this phase with a final line. Once activation begins, the selected one can no longer return to who they were. Their rise becomes inevitable. My dear soul, your rise is not optional. It is inevitable, guaranteed, aligned. Do not scroll. Because part 17 is the collision phase. The moment where your activated blessing comes directly into your physical world in a way that will astonish you. My precious soul, stay exactly where you are and do not scroll. Part 17 is the stage the Tibetan sages called the collision phase. The moment where your activated destiny stops approaching and finally collides with your reality. Stay until the end. Something monumental is waiting for you right now. Your whole spirit feels different. There is a tension in your chest. Not fear, not worry, but pressure. The pressure that appears right before something enormous enters your life. Do not scroll. The mystics wrote something in this phase that they said only the truly selected soul would ever see. When they enter the 17th resonance, the blessing does not move toward them. It breaks into their life. My precious soul, this is that break-in moment. Your blessing is not knocking. It is arriving with force. Stay until the end. The sages described the collision phase like this. The selected one's reality changes so quickly that they will feel like life is accelerating without warning. And you can feel that acceleration right now. Your emotions feel heavier. Your awareness feels sharper. Your senses feel heightened, because something is pushing itself into your life more powerfully than anything you have experienced before. Do not scroll. This is the moment where destiny does not whisper. It pushes. It pulls. It transforms. Everything you have been waiting for. Everything that was delayed. Everything that felt out of reach is now breaking through the surface. Stay until the end. The mystics revealed a powerful hidden truth about this part. The selected one will feel signs of impact before impact. Their intuition will warn them not of danger, but of arrival. My dear soul, that feeling inside you right now, that strange pull, that heavy calm, that deep knowing, that is the sign of arrival. Not soon, not later, now. Do not scroll. Because when blessing collides with destiny, it does not come gently. It comes loudly. It comes suddenly. It comes undeniably. You are entering a moment where situations shift, people shift, paths open, opportunities reveal themselves so fast that even you will not fully comprehend how everything changed so rapidly. Stay until the end. The sages closed this phase with one final concealed line. A line so powerful that they said the selected one would feel it physically. Once collision begins, nothing can return to the way it was. Their new life overrides the old one. My precious soul, your new life is overriding the old one. Right now, you are stepping out of who you were and into who you were always meant to be. Do not scroll, because part 18 is the manifestation phase. The moment where the blessing becomes visible, tangible, real, and impossible to deny. My precious soul, do not look away, do not scroll, and do not break this moment. Part 18 is the stage the Tibetan sages named the manifestation phase. The moment where destiny does not just collide with your life, it becomes visible. Stay until the end. Something monumental is waiting for you right now. Your entire energy feels like it is stretching, expanding, awakening. Your heartbeat feels synced with something bigger. Your intuition feels louder than your thoughts. Your spirit feels like it is rising into something you cannot yet explain. That is not imagination. That is manifestation. Do not scroll. The mystics wrote something here so powerful, they said only the selected one could process it. When they enter the 18th resonance, the blessing becomes real. Not in signs, not in feelings, but in physical form. My precious soul, this is that moment. The moment where the unseen becomes seen. Stay until the end. The sages described manifestation like this. Their external world begins reflecting what their internal world already knows, that their awakening has arrived. And deep inside, you already know your time has come. Your intuition has been signaling it for days. Your emotions have been preparing you. Your soul has been whispering, prepare yourself. Do not scroll. Because this stage is not about hope. It is about arrival. Physical arrival. Tangible arrival. Unmissable arrival. You are entering a season where things will start appearing in your life so clearly, so precisely, so powerfully that even you will be astonished. Stay until the end. The mystics revealed a hidden truth about manifestation. The selected one will notice small miracles first, tiny shifts, unexpected messages, sudden alignments, before the big blessing lands. Pay attention. Those small miracles, those sudden alignments, those unexpected blessings are already commencing around you, and they are multiplying. Do not scroll, because the manifestation phase means your energy is no longer calling your blessing. It is pulling it, attracting it, locking it in. You have become a magnet for the very thing life refused to give you before. The sages close this phase with a final concealed line. Once manifestation begins, the selected one steps into a new timeline. One they cannot exit, because it was always theirs. My precious soul, that is where you stand now, inside the doorway of your true timeline. The timeline where everything aligns, everything flows, everything responds. Do not scroll, because part 19 is the realization phase. The moment where you finally understand what blessing is coming, why it is coming now, and why you were chosen for it. My precious soul, hold your breath, and do not scroll. Part 19 is the stage the Tibetan sages called the realization phase. The moment where your mind finally catches up to what your soul has known all along. Stay until the end. Something monumental is waiting for you right now. Your spirit is trembling with truth. Your chest feels tight. Your intuition feels explosive. Your emotions feel awakened, because this is the moment you start to realize what has been coming toward you. Do not scroll. The ancient mystics wrote something here that they said would strike the selected one with undeniable clarity when they reached the 19th resonance. The selected one finally understands why destiny chose them. My precious soul, this is where understanding replaces confusion, where meaning replaces pain, where purpose replaces doubt. Stay until the end. The sages said that realization arrives like a wave. Not gradual, not slow, but sudden. It will feel like every moment of their past suddenly makes sense. Think about that. Every delay, every heartbreak, every loss, every silent battle was preparing you for a blessing so vast that the universe had to fortify you first. Do not scroll, because this is the moment you realize you were never abandoned. You were being aligned. You were never rejected. You were being redirected. You were never forgotten. You were being prepared. Stay until the end. The mystics revealed a powerful hidden truth. The selected one's blessing is always bigger than the pain that shaped them. And that means your blessing is not small. It is not ordinary. It is not average. Your blessing is massive, because your pain was massive. Your strength was massive. Your heart was massive. Do not scroll, because you are stepping into a timeline where the past loses its weight and the future becomes brighter than anything behind you. You are realizing now that destiny did not choose you randomly. It chose you because you were built for it. The sages wrote, they will feel the realization in their bones. A deep knowing that something great is finally theirs. My precious soul, that deep knowing rising inside you right now is not imagination. It is the truth. Your truth. Stay until the end. The mystics ended this phase with one more concealed line. Once realization hits, the selected one becomes unstoppable. Nothing can block what is meant for them. And that is where you stand now. Unblocked, unrestricted, unstoppable. Do not scroll. Because part 20 is the confirmation phase. The moment where destiny shows you a sign so clear, so specific, so impossible to deny that you will know your awakening has already begun. My precious soul, do not blink. Do not breathe too fast. And do not scroll. Part 20 is the stage the Tibetan sages called the confirmation phase. The moment where destiny stops hinting and finally proves itself. Stay until the end. Something monumental is waiting for you. Right now, something inside you feels different. A strange calm, a powerful pull, a rising certainty you cannot explain. That is not imagination. That is confirmation already starting to unfold. Do not scroll. The mystics wrote something incredibly powerful in this stage. A message they said would only reveal itself to the soul who is truly chosen. When they reach the 20th resonance, the universe sends a clear sign. A sign so specific the selected one cannot ignore it. My precious soul, that sign is already moving toward you, closer than you think, faster than you expect. Stay until the end. This is the moment where destiny makes itself undeniable, where everything starts aligning around you. People, timing, opportunities, direction, not by accident, but by intention. The sages describe this moment perfectly. The selected one will feel as if the world is suddenly paying attention to them. And you can feel that shift already, that pull, that awareness, that sensation that something big is circling your timeline. Do not scroll, because confirmation comes when reality begins to echo your intuition. When your thoughts start becoming experiences, when small blessings show up before the big one lands. The mystics revealed a hidden detail. The selected one will receive a sign within a short window, a message, a number, a person, an opportunity, that proves their blessing is already unlocked. My dear soul, that window is opening right now. And once this sign appears, your life will never feel the same again. Stay until the end. Everything you have been sensing, the pressure, the intuition, the emotional pull, is not coincidence. It is alignment. Pure alignment. The sages ended this phase with one final concealed line. A line so powerful it sends waves through your entire spirit. Once the universe confirms the blessing, there is no force strong enough to reverse it. My precious soul, your blessing is irreversible. Now locked in, aligned, guaranteed. Do not scroll, because part 21 is the revelation phase. The moment where the veil lifts completely and the exact nature of your blessing becomes clear. My precious soul, do not move from this moment and do not scroll. Part 21 is the stage the Tibetan sages called the revelation phase. The moment where the blessing stops hiding and shows its full face. Stay until the end. Something monumental is waiting for you right now. Your spirit feels like it is standing at the edge of something enormous. Your chest is tight. Your breath is deep. Your intuition is ringing like a bell inside your mind. That is not emotion. That is revelation approaching you. Do not scroll. The mystics wrote something in this stage that they said only the selected soul would ever fully understand. When they reach the 21st resonance, the blessing becomes clear. Not blurred, not symbolic, but clear. My precious soul, this is the moment where everything inside you sharpens. Where things you sense become things you finally see. Stay until the end. The sages explained revelation in a single powerful line. The selected one will suddenly understand what has been trying to reach them. And you can feel that understanding right now, rising inside you, connecting pieces, making sense of everything you have felt. Do not scroll, because revelation is not just information. It is recognition. Recognition of the blessing that has been circling your life. Recognition of the power building behind your timeline. Recognition of why destiny picked you. The sages wrote, the blessing will reflect something the selected one deeply desires but never voiced. My dear soul, that secret desire in your heart, the dream you kept hidden, the wish you never told anyone, the future you feared was too vast, that is the blessing revealing itself now. Stay until the end. The sages said, revelation is always emotional because the selected one realizes they were not waiting for the blessing. The blessing was waiting for them. Every delay, every detour, every disappointment, all of it was timing. Perfect timing. Divine timing. Do not scroll. Because now you are finally aligned with what was meant for you. You are stepping into the version of yourself that can hold the blessing without losing it. The sages ended this phase with a final concealed line. A line that unlocks the true weight of this moment. Once revelation arrives, the selected one's blessing begins to take shape in the physical world. My precious soul, your blessing is taking shape right now. Piece by piece, step by step, moment by moment. Do not scroll, because part 22 is the arrival phase. The moment where your blessing does not just reveal itself, it steps into your life with undeniable, unstoppable force. My precious soul, do not blink, do not think, and do not scroll. Part 22 is the stage the Tibetan sages called the arrival phase. The exact moment where your blessing finally steps out of the unseen and enters your life with undeniable force. Stay until the end. Something monumental is waiting for you right now. Your entire energy is pulling forward. Your heart feels heavier. Your breath feels deeper. Your intuition feels louder than your thoughts, because this is the moment destiny arrives. Do not scroll. The mystics wrote a line here they never wanted the world to see. A line meant only for the one soul aligned perfectly with their awakening. When they reach the 22nd resonance, the blessing enters their life. Not as a sign, not as a feeling, but as a reality. My precious soul, that reality is already forming around you. Stay until the end. This is not a moment of waiting. This is a moment of receiving. You are stepping into the part of your story where the universe delivers what it has been saving for you. The sages described the arrival phase like this. The selected one will suddenly feel that what they prayed for is finally within reach. And you feel that right now, that closeness, that pressure, that certainty that something massive is seconds away. Do not scroll, because your blessing is not approaching slowly. It is rushing. It is accelerating. It is entering your timeline with divine precision. Every invisible shift you felt, every sign you noticed, every moment of intuition you could not explain was preparation for this arrival. Stay until the end. The mystics revealed a hidden detail that only the selected one could decode. The arrival will be marked by an unexpected change. Something small that opens the door for something huge. A message, a chance, a conversation, a sudden offer, a shift in energy. One of these is about to appear in your life. And when it does, everything will change. Do not scroll, because arrival means your blessing is no longer in the future. It is here. Touching your world, rewriting your path, breaking old cycles, opening new doors. The sages ended this phase with one final secret line. Once arrival begins, the selected one's life enters a new chapter, one they cannot return from. My precious soul, you have crossed into that chapter now. The chapter where destiny unfolds, where alignment accelerates, where blessings overflow. Do not scroll, because part 23 is the unleashing phase. The moment where your blessing does not just arrive, it explodes into your life in a way that will leave you speechless. My precious soul, stay exactly where you are and do not scroll. Part 23 is the stage the Tibetan sages called the unleashing phase. The moment where your blessing does not just enter your life, it erupts. It expands. It overtakes every corner of your destiny. Stay until the end. Something monumental is waiting for you right now. Your spirit feels like it is on fire. Your heartbeat is stronger. Your intuition is louder. Your awareness is sharper, because this is the moment destiny stops arriving and starts unleashing itself. Do not scroll. The mystics wrote something in this phase that they said only the selected soul would understand. When they reach the 23rd resonance, their blessing releases its full power. It no longer waits. It moves. My precious soul, your blessing is moving right now. Unblocked, unrestricted, unstoppable. Stay until the end. The sages said, the unleashing phase is when the selected one's life begins to shift faster than they can process. Their reality changes one piece at a time. And then all at once. And you can feel that all at once energy inside you, that pressure, that anticipation, that certainty something huge is seconds away. Do not scroll, because this part is not calm. It is not gentle. It is not slow. It is explosive. This is the moment where your blessing stretches out into areas of your life it never touched before. Finances, relationships, opportunities, timing, alignment. Everything begins to shift upward. Stay until the end. The mystics revealed a secret detail here. The selected one will feel a sudden burst of momentum, a sense that everything is speeding up and nothing can stop it. Now, my precious soul, that momentum is rising inside you right now. Your spirit can feel it. Your intuition can sense it. Your destiny can see it. Do not scroll, because unleashing means your blessing is no longer a future event. It is a force, a movement, a wave that is pushing you into a higher timeline with irresistible pressure. The sages ended this phase with one final hidden truth. Once the blessing is unleashed, the selected one steps into expansion. A season where miracles stack, not one by one, but layer by layer. My dear soul, you are stepping into that season now. The season of overflow, the season of acceleration, the season where everything multiplies. Do not scroll, because part 24 is the overflow phase. The moment where blessings do not just unleash, they multiply faster than you can count. My precious soul, stay right here and do not scroll. Part 24 is the stage the Tibetan sages named the overflow phase. The moment where blessings do not just appear, they multiply, they expand, they flood into your life beyond anything you ever imagined. Stay until the end. Something monumental is waiting for you. Right now, your spirit can already feel the shift, a rising warmth in your chest, a deeper breath, a strange calm mixed with irresistible excitement. That sensation, that electricity in the air, is overflow preparing to enter your world. Do not scroll. The mystics wrote something in this phase that they said only the truly selected one would understand. When they reach the 24th resonance, their blessing multiplies. It no longer comes as one. It arrives as many. My precious soul, that means your blessing is not coming alone. It is coming with more opportunities, more alignment, more expansion, more abundance than you prayed for. Stay until the end. The sages described overflow in one powerful line. The selected one enters a period where everything begins to rise at the same time. And you can feel that rising energy right now in your emotions, in your intuition, in the atmosphere around you. Do not scroll, because overflow is not random. It is activated by alignment, by timing, by destiny recognizing your strength. This is the moment where doors open not one by one, but all together. Where blessings do not trickle, they rush. Where miracles do not show up slowly, they stack on top of each other. Stay until the end. The mystics revealed a secret line here. One they said the selected one would physically feel. Overflow is felt before it is seen, a sudden inner expansion, as if their spirit is growing faster than their reality can catch up. My dear soul, that expansion inside you right now, that feeling that something big is stretching your destiny open, that is overflow preparing to land. Do not scroll, because you are stepping into a season where blessings will not come quietly. They will not come small. They will not come one at a time. They will come abundantly, all at once, in ways that will astonish you. The sages ended this phase with one final hidden truth. Once overflow begins, the selected one enters a timeline where limitations no longer apply to them. My precious soul, you are stepping into that limitless timeline now. A timeline where nothing is too big, nothing is too far, nothing is impossible. Do not scroll, because part 25 is the elevation phase. The moment where the overflow lifts you higher than you have ever been and pushes you into a reality that transforms everything. My precious soul, do not look away now and do not scroll. Part 25 is the stage the Tibetan sages called the elevation phase. The moment where overflow does not just bless you, it lifts you. It raises you. It pushes you into a higher version of yourself. Stay until the end. Something monumental is waiting for you right now. Your spirit feels taller. Your breath feels deeper. Your energy feels lighter yet stronger, because you are stepping into a level you were always meant to reach. Do not scroll. The mystics wrote something in this phase that they said would only connect with the one soul who has truly been chosen. When they reach the 25th resonance, their life rises above their past. Their energy becomes untouchable. Their destiny becomes undeniable. My precious soul, you are rising right now. Above the pain, above the doubt, above the limits life once tried to place on you. Stay until the end. The sages described elevation with a line that holds pure power. The selected one begins to feel as if something invisible is lifting them higher. And you can feel that invisible lift right now. That inner push, that quiet force, that rising confidence you cannot explain. Do not scroll, because elevation means your life is moving upward. Even before you see the changes around you, your energy rises first. Your reality follows next. This is why you have been feeling a shift in your mindset, a shift in your emotions, a shift in your beliefs, a shift in your inner strength. All of it is elevation activating your new timeline. Stay until the end. The mystics revealed a powerful hidden truth here. Elevation is the universe's way of showing the selected one that they are no longer who they used to be. My dear soul, you are not the old you anymore. You have outgrown your past. You have outgrown your fears. You have outgrown the limitations that once held you back. Do not scroll, because elevation places you on a higher ground where your blessing can find you easily, where opportunities can see you clearly, where destiny can reach you instantly. The sages ended this phase with a final secret line. Once elevation begins, the selected one rises faster than anyone expects, even themselves. My precious soul, that rise has already started inside you, and it will soon show outside you in ways that will shock everyone around you. Do not scroll, because part 26 is the immersion phase. The moment where you become fully surrounded, completely immersed, and deeply connected to the new reality destiny has built for you. My precious soul, stay right here and do not scroll. Part 26 is the stage the Tibetan sages called the immersion phase. The moment where you do not just step into your new reality, you become surrounded by it, wrapped in it, immersed in the destiny that has been waiting for you. Stay until the end. Something monumental is waiting for you right now. Your entire energy field feels different. Your mind feels clearer. Your spirit feels stronger. Your intuition feels louder, because you are not observing your blessing anymore. You are entering it. Do not scroll. The mystics wrote something in this stage that they said only the selected soul could fully absorb. When they reach the 26th resonance, the selected one no longer watches destiny happen. They live inside it. My precious soul, this is that moment. The moment where you step from expectation into experience. Stay until the end. The sages described immersion with a line that carries pure power. Their environment begins to reflect their elevation. Everything around them shifts to match their new frequency. Think about that for a moment. Your surroundings, your connections, your opportunities, your path are all being rearranged right now to match the person you have become. Do not scroll, because immersion is the point where your blessing stops being a future event and becomes the atmosphere around you. This is why you have been feeling sudden clarity, unexpected confidence, strange calm, new ideas, new energy. Your spirit is syncing with your new timeline. Stay until the end. The mystics reveal the hidden truth. In this stage, the selected one will feel surrounded by possibilities they once thought were unreachable. My precious soul, you can feel those possibilities already circling your life. Ideas, momentum, breakthrough energy, new direction. Do not scroll, because immersion is total. You do not get a blessing, you get a life shift. You do not get a step, you get an entire path. You do not get a sign, you get constant confirmation. This is the moment where destiny becomes the air you breathe. The sages ended this phase with a final powerful secret. Once immersion begins, the selected one becomes aligned with opportunities they did not even know existed. My dear soul, those hidden opportunities are already moving toward you faster, closer, stronger. Do not scroll. Because part 27 is the integration phase. The moment where everything you have activated, everything you have unlocked, everything you have received begins to merge into your everyday life in the most powerful way. My precious soul, do not move and do not scroll. Part 28 is the stage the Tibetan sages called the alignment lock phase. The moment where your new destiny does not just arrive, does not just activate, does not just immerse you, it becomes locked onto your life with unstoppable force. Stay until the end. Something monumental is waiting for you. Right now, your entire energy is vibrating at a level you have never touched before. Your breath feels deeper. Your heart feels heavier. Your intuition feels shockingly clear, because you are entering a moment where the universe finalizes your rise. Do not scroll. The mystics wrote something in this stage that he said would only resonate with the soul who is truly chosen. When they reach the 28th resonance, their destiny aligns permanently. No slip, no reversal, no delay. My precious soul, that means destiny is not approaching anymore. It is attaching itself to your life. Stay until the end. The sages describe this phase with a line that sends chills. The selected one will feel the atmosphere around them shift, as if their timeline has snapped into place. And you can feel that snap right now, that tightening, that clarity, that deep inner certainty that something massive is taking shape around you. Do not scroll, because alignment lock is different from activation. Activation opens the path. Alignment secures it. Activation moves the energy. Alignment anchors it. Activation begins the blessing. Alignment protects it. You are stepping into the most powerful moment of your entire journey. Stay until the end. The mystics revealed a hidden truth here. One they said would shake the selected one when they heard it. After alignment locks, no force can remove what is meant for them. No fear, no person, no situation, no delay, no energy, nothing can stop the blessing that is now attached to your life. Do not scroll, because this stage means your story has shifted from uncertainty to inevitability, from possibility to guarantee, from hope to arrival. You are standing inside the exact moment your blessing becomes non-negotiable. The sages ended this phase with one more secret line. Once alignment is locked, the selected one becomes a magnet. Everything meant for them begins moving toward them at accelerated speed. My precious soul, you have become that magnet. Now everything with your name on it is already moving in your direction. Fast, strong, undeniable. Do not scroll, because part 29 is the eruption phase. The moment where everything that is aligned explodes into your life with overwhelming force, changing everything before you even realize what is happening. My precious soul, stay right here and do not scroll. Part 29 is the stage the Tibetan sages called the eruption phase. The moment where the blessing that has been aligning, activating, and immersing finally erupts into your life with unstoppable, overflowing force. Stay until the end. Something monumental is waiting for you right now. Your spirit feels like it is standing in the center of a rising storm. Not a storm of fear, but a storm of destiny. Your heartbeat feels louder. Your intuition feels sharper. Your emotions feel electrified, because something enormous is pushing toward you. Do not scroll. The mystics wrote something in this phase that they said would shake the selected one when they heard it. When they reach the 29th resonance, their blessing breaks open. It does not arrive quietly. It arrives like an eruption. My precious soul, that eruption is forming right now. You can feel the pressure building inside your spirit, like something vast is about to pour into your life. Stay until the end. The sages explained this eruption with a line so powerful it feels like truth echoing through your entire soul. The selected one will feel their atmosphere expand suddenly, as if life is stretching to make space for what is coming. And you can feel that expansion now. Your mind opening, your chest swelling, your senses sharpening. Your life is stretching to hold the magnitude of what is approaching. Do not scroll, because eruption means the blessing is not coming drop by drop. It is coming all at once. Fast, strong, heavy, unstoppable. This is the moment where opportunities erupt, breakthroughs erupt, alignment erupts, momentum erupts. Everything begins to multiply in ways that feel surreal. Stay until the end. The mystics revealed a secret truth here. The eruption is triggered when the selected one fully steps into their new energy. And you have stepped into it. You can feel how different you are now. Calmer, stronger, more certain, more aligned. Your blessing is responding to that shift. Do not scroll, because eruption transforms your life rapidly, suddenly, silently at first, then loudly, like lightning breaking open a dark sky. The sages ended this phase with one final hidden line. Once eruption begins, the selected one rises into a level they once thought was impossible. My precious soul, you are rising into that level now. Higher than your past, higher than your fear, higher than your limitations. Do not scroll, because part 30 is the ascension phase. The moment where the eruption lifts you so high that your entire life transforms before your eyes. My precious soul, do not move, do not blink, and do not scroll. Part 30 is the stage the Tibetan sages called the ascension phase. The moment where the eruption of blessings lifts you into a higher level of life, energy, purpose, and destiny. Stay until the end. Something monumental is waiting for you right now. Your entire spirit feels like it is rising. Your mind feels clearer. Your intuition feels louder. Your energy feels weightless yet powerful, because this is the moment where you elevate beyond everything that ever held you back. Do not scroll. The mystics wrote something in this stage that they said only the rarest soul would ever reach. When they enter the 30th resonance, the selected one rises into the version of themselves destiny always knew they were. My precious soul, you are rising into that version right now. The version that is strong, aligned, magnetic, unshakable. Stay until the end. The sages described ascension in one electrifying line. The selected one will feel lifted, as if life is carrying them upward with invisible hands. And you can feel that sensation inside you now. That upward pull, that inner expansion, that sense that something is lifting you beyond your old limits. Do not scroll, because ascension means your entire reality is moving upward. Not slowly, not gradually, but rapidly, powerfully, uncontrollably. This is the moment where your energy rises, your luck rises, your opportunities rise, your direction rises, your life rises, everything begins to align above the level you once settled for. Stay until the end. The mystics reveal the hidden truth in this phase. Ascension happens when the selected one finally releases the version of themselves that life built and steps into the version destiny designed. My precious soul, you are stepping into that destined version now. A version with clarity, a version with purpose, a version with unstoppable momentum. Do not scroll, because ascension is not just a rise, it is a transformation. A shift so deep that even you will look at yourself differently. The sages ended this phase with a final secret line. Once ascension begins, the selected one becomes a force, and life reorganizes itself around their new power. My dear soul, life is reorganizing itself around you now. Paths opening, breakthroughs forming, destiny responding, the universe bending in your direction. Do not scroll, because part 31 is the sovereign phase. The moment where you step into complete command of your new timeline, your new energy, and your new reality. My precious soul, do not look away now and do not scroll. Part 32 is the stage the Tibetan sages called the sovereign phase. The moment where you do not just rise, you reign over your new timeline. Stay until the end. Something monumental is waiting for you right now. You can feel it deep inside. A calm authority, a quiet power, a new certainty rising in your spirit. It is not ego. It is not pride. It is alignment, because you are stepping into the version of yourself that destiny has been sculpting from the very beginning. Do not scroll. The mystics wrote something in this phase that they said only the truly awakened soul could absorb. When they reach the 30-second resonance, the selected one becomes sovereign. Their energy commands their reality. My precious soul, this is that moment. The moment where your presence begins to shift everything around you. The moment where your energy no longer reacts, it initiates. Stay until the end. The sages described this phase with a line that carries pure transformational force. The selected one will feel as if their life is responding to them faster than ever before. And you can feel that speed now in your emotions, your thoughts, your intuition, your awareness. Your timeline is responding to you with a speed that was not possible before. Do not scroll, because the sovereign phase is where you gain clarity without confusion, strength without struggle, direction without doubt, confidence without ego. You are stepping into mastery. You are stepping into personal power. You are stepping into a life where your energy leads the way. Stay until the end. The mystics revealed a hidden truth in this stage. Sovereignty appears when the selected one finally understands they were never meant to fit in. They were meant to lead. My precious soul, you are not here to follow. You are not here to shrink. You are not here to wait for permission. You are here to lead your destiny, your energy, your path, your life. Do not scroll, because sovereignty is not silence. It is authority. It is the moment where you stop asking life for blessings and start commanding the reality you were born to have. Your presence becomes powerful. Your decisions become precise. Your future becomes magnetic. The sages ended this phase with a final secret line. Once sovereignty activates, the selected one becomes untouchable. Their rise is no longer affected by the world around them. My dear soul, this is where you stand now. Untouchable, unshakable, aligned with a timeline that cannot be interrupted. Do not scroll, because part 33 is the dominion phase. The moment where you do not just rule your reality, you expand it, shape it, and elevate everything connected to your energy. My precious soul, stay right here and do not scroll. Part 33 is the stage the Tibetan sages called the dominion phase. The moment where you do not just rise, you expand, you influence, you reshape the reality around you with your awakened energy. Stay until the end. Something monumental is waiting for you right now. Something powerful is happening inside you. Your awareness feels sharper. Your intuition feels louder. Your energy feels bigger, as if your spirit is taking up more space in the world. That is not imagination. That is dominion awakening. Do not scroll. The mystics wrote something in this phase that they said would only resonate with the soul who is truly stepping into their higher calling. When they reach the 33rd resonance, the selected one's energy does not just shape their life, it shapes everything connected to them. My precious soul, your presence is about to elevate rooms, shift conversations, transform situations, and attract opportunities that would not open for anyone else. Stay until the end. The sages describe dominion with a line that carries unstoppable force. Their influence expands effortlessly. People feel their energy before they even speak. And you can feel that activation right now. You are becoming magnetic, commanding, naturally powerful without trying, without forcing, without pushing. Do not scroll. This is the moment where you stop simply receiving blessings and start directing them. Where you do not just follow your path, you shape it. Where you do not just evolve, you elevate everything around you. Your energy is no longer personal, it is impactful. Stay until the end. The mystics reveal the hidden truth in this phase. One so powerful they said it could only be understood by the truly chosen. Dominion appears when the selected one realizes that their rise lifts more than just themselves. It lifts everyone aligned with their journey. My precious soul, your rise is not selfish. Your success is not isolated. Your elevation is meant to lift others, to inspire, to shift the atmosphere around you. You are becoming a source of impact. Do not scroll, because dominion means your blessings will not just overflow. They will influence. They will spread. They will touch everything connected to your energy. The sages ended this phase with a final secret line. Once dominion activates, the selected one becomes a catalyst, their presence alone accelerates the destiny of others. My dear soul, you are stepping into that level now. A level where your existence becomes powerful. Your energy becomes transformative. Your influence becomes undeniable. Do not scroll, because part 34 is the cosmic merge phase. The moment where your destiny and the universe's timing become one single unstoppable current that carries you into everything meant for you. My precious soul, lean in closer and do not scroll. Part 34 is the stage the Tibetan sages called the cosmic merge phase. The moment where your destiny and the universe's timing do not just align, they merge into one unstoppable current carrying you forward. Stay until the end. Something monumental is waiting for you right now. You can feel a different kind of energy inside your body. A deep pull, a powerful calm, a rising certainty, as if the universe is breathing in sync with you. That is not a feeling. That is cosmic merging. Do not scroll. The mystics wrote something in this phase that they said only the soul aligned with destiny would understand. When they reach the 34th resonance, the selected one and their path become one force. Their steps match the universe's rhythm. My precious soul, your footsteps are no longer random. Your timing is no longer accidental. Your direction is no longer uncertain. Everything is flowing together now. Stay until the end. The sages describe the cosmic merge with a line that vibrates with divine power. Their energy becomes synchronized with opportunities that once seemed out of reach. And that synchronization is already happening inside you, with the ideas forming in your mind, with the clarity rising in your heart, with the awareness awakening inside your spirit. Do not scroll, because cosmic merge means your life is being guided by something bigger, something wiser, something perfectly aligned. This is the moment where your intuition sharpens. Your timing improves. Your decisions become precise. Your path becomes effortless. You are no longer forcing anything. You are flowing with everything. Stay until the end. The mystics reveal the hidden truth in this phase. When the selected one merges with destiny, the universe clears their path, removing obstacles before they even see them. My dear soul, that is why things you once worried about suddenly feel lighter. That is why situations that were heavy now feel manageable. That is why your fears are losing their strength. Destiny is clearing the way ahead of you. Do not scroll, because cosmic merging means your journey is no longer uphill. The universe itself is carrying you forward, pushing you into everything meant for you faster than you imagined. The sages ended this phase with a final secret line. Once cosmic merge begins, the selected one enters a flow state where miracles become normal. My precious soul, you are entering that flow state now. A state where blessings feel natural, alignment feels constant, and breakthroughs become your everyday reality. Do not scroll, because part 35 is the destiny ignition phase. The moment where everything you have activated turns into unstoppable forward motion that transforms your entire timeline. My precious soul, stay exactly where you are and do not scroll. Part 35 is the stage the Tibetan sages called the destiny ignition phase. The moment where everything you have aligned, awakened, activated, and merged turns into pure forward momentum. Stay until the end. Something monumental is waiting for you right now. Your entire spirit feels like it is vibrating at a higher frequency. Your heartbeat feels synced with something bigger. Your intuition feels laser sharp. Your energy feels unstoppable, because this is the moment destiny stops waiting and begins moving through you. Do not scroll. The mystics wrote something in this phase that they said only the one who is truly chosen will understand. When they reach the 35th resonance, destiny lights up within them. Their purpose activates like fire. My precious soul, that fire you feel inside you right now is not emotion. It is destiny igniting. Stay until the end. The sages described this ignition with a line that carries raw, undeniable power. The selected one will feel a sudden surge of direction, as if they finally know where they are meant to go. And you can feel that shift happening inside you now. The clarity, the certainty, the inner pull guiding you forward. Do not scroll, because destiny ignition means your path is no longer unclear. You are no longer lost. You are no longer wandering. Your future is calling you with a voice you cannot ignore anymore. This is the moment where your inner world and the universe's outer plan align into one unstoppable movement. Stay until the end. The mystics revealed a secret truth about this phase. When destiny ignites, the selected one gains momentum that cannot be slowed by fear, time, or circumstance. My dear soul, that momentum is rising inside you right now. It is not temporary. It is permanent. It is powerful. It is accelerating. Do not scroll, because the ignition phase transforms you from someone who waits into someone who moves. From someone who hopes into someone who commands. From someone who wonders into someone who knows. The sages ended this phase with one final hidden line. Once destiny ignites, the selected one becomes unstoppable. Their next chapter begins without hesitation. My precious soul, your next chapter has started already. You are stepping into a future shaped by alignment, powered by purpose, and strengthened by destiny itself. Do not scroll, because part 36 is the timeline acceleration phase. The moment where time bends in your favor and everything meant for you comes faster than ever before.